I'd like to welcome everybody to the January 19th, 2021 council meeting. I hope everybody had a good holiday and that you're ready to get back to work. So that being said, can I have a roll call, please?
Ms. Camerisi,
Here.
Mr. Ernst, Mr. Kessel,
Here.
Ms. Lally,
Here.
Ms. Resnick,
Here.
and Mr. Riffle.
Here.
First order of business tonight would be to elect a vice mayor. Each year at this time, we elect one for the ensuing year. Last year, we had Sharon Lally as the vice mayor, and at this time, I need nominees for the vice mayor for 2021. Do I have any nominees?
I nominate Russell.
Any other nominees?
I guess I'll nominate Sharon.
We have two nominees. Is there a third? We have two nominees, so at this time we need to do a roll call voice count and to elect the vice mayor for 2021.
Ms. Camerisi,
Russell.
Mr. Kessel,
Sharon.
Ms. Lally,
I said, Sharon.
Ms. Resnick,
Sharon.
and Mr. Riffle.
Russell.
That being said, we have a 3-2 vote for Mrs. Lally, or Miss Lally. So Sharon, you will be our vice mayor for the year of 2021.
Thanks, everyone.
This time, can we have a reading of the bills of bank reconciliation?
All the bills have been paid and reconciled for the month of December.
Do we have any questions? At this time, I need a motion to approve the bills of bank reconciliation.
So moved.
Second,
I'll second.
all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Bills and bank reconciliation have been approved for the month of December 2020. In your packet, everybody should have received a copy of the minutes. Do we have any corrections, deletions, additions?
No.
This time I need a motion to approve the minutes for our December council meeting.
That's moved.
I'll second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed, same sign. I'm sorry. Reading of the minutes have been approved. We have any communications?
Yes, I do have one. This is an interdepartment correspondence to Chief Bronson from Patrolman Nathan Staggs. Excuse me. Regarding
Rob. Is there any way you can turn your volume up? We can't hear.
let me know if that's any better. This regarding maintenance assistance for disabled motorists. On January 5th, 2021 at 8:15 a.m. While patrolling the westbound lanes of Columbia Parkway in the 5600 block, I observed a Mazda hatchback with its hazard lights activated sitting on the eastbound berm of Columbia Parkway. I continued the Eastern Avenue exit in order to return to the disabled vehicle to render assistance. At 8:21, I arrived at the vehicle and witnessed a Village of Fairfax maintenance vehicle with its caution lights activated, sitting behind a disabled vehicle. I initiated my emergency lights and parked my patrol vehicle behind the maintenance vehicle. When I approached the vehicle, I saw Mike Hall and Timothy Bronson, both employed in the Village of Fairfax Maintenance Department, assisting the disabled motorist change the left front tire of the vehicle. Mr. Hall and Mr. Bronson remained on scene until the tire was completely changed and the motorist was able to become mobile again. The prompt actions of Mr. Hall and Mr. Bronson are commendable considering the dangerous area that the vehicle became disabled in. Without this swift action, the disabled motorist, Edwin Marenko, and his passenger would have been exposed to prolonged risk of a traffic accident. Further, both employees went above and beyond their responsibilities by assisting Mr. Marenko change his tire, with which he was struggling with. Respectfully submitted, Patrolman Nathan Staggs.
Oh, that's nice.
That was nice.
I love those stories.
Are there any other communications?
I don't have any others.
Again, like Sharon and Russell said, the village should be proud of their safety service employees. That includes the maintenance department along with the police department. And on the other hand would be the fire department. I think we have some top-notch people that work for our village, and we should be proud of them.
Very.
Do we have any committee reports? Hearing none. Mayor's monthly report.
Mayor's monthly report for December was $2,569.
Do we have any questions on the mayor's monthly report? Need a notion to approve the mayor's monthly report?
I so move.
I'll second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Mayor's monthly report has been approved. Administrator's report.
Under new business this evening, there are two ordinances. Ordinance number 1, if approved by council, will authorize a third amendment to the community reinvestment area, or what's called the CRA, real estate tax abatement previously approved for FCA Realty, otherwise known as Chrysler Corporation, for the former Swollen site on Red Bank Road. Mr. Abus has reviewed and approved the language, and really the ordinance and attachment exhibits simply extend the deadline originally established in the agreement and subsequent amendments due to timing of when the property is going to close. So hopefully this is the last and final extension. It's just really extending the dates out so they can get all their ducks in a row to complete the closing on that property. But if there's any specific questions once the ordinance comes up, please ask. Hopefully Mr. Abus can answer those. Ordinance number 2 is for the approval of architectural services with Childress and Cunningham for both the stage and pavilion design down for Ziegler Park, which the village is receiving a grant for. That includes plans, design, specification, and bid documents for that project, as well as modifications for the municipal building interior security improvements. Mr. Abus has also reviewed these documents and agreements, and after initially reviewing, made some changes. Those have been completed, and what was sent out via email to council were the approved changes by Mr. Abus and have been accepted by Childress and Cunningham as well. So again, once we get to that item under new business, please feel free to ask if you have any questions. And that is it for my report this evening.
Do you have any questions for Mrs. Cameron? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
On to the police chief's report.
Hey, good evening. Just a few things. This morning was bright and early. I spoke at the Kiwanis Club. Real nice people and all that, and they like to hear things that are going on in the village. So that was this morning at 7:45 with Todd Keys invited me. Just a couple things. Y'all saw the reports from the other day. Only one follow-up I did with Miss Resnick. The suspicious person that was on Hawthorne that was posted on, what is it, Nextdoor, I believe.
Right.
Yes, they did see that, but it was never reported to the police. So
Okay.
we advise them in the future, if that happens, to give us a call. And there's a lot of things we can do with Ring cameras and stuff like that. So it was addressed on how to properly do that and about posting stuff online. So hopefully we got that squared away.
Okay.
We have a new prosecutor for Mayor's Court, which I think will work out real well. Not that the last one was a problem, but we didn't see eye to eye on things. So with a new prosecutor, it's a good way to start off 2021. So I think it'll work out great. And the last thing I probably have is the body worn cameras. We just got hit with a problem with the platform that they use. It's not designed for what they're trying to do, and we're going through WatchGuard and IT Mike Manford to try and get this worked out at no cost to us, because this is what they told us to buy. So they're gonna have to change platforms and all that. So it's above me and Rodney's pay grade about what happens next. So we started retrofitting the cars, but we've kind of stopped that because once the car's been retrofitted, we can't use it as a vehicle until we get the body cameras up and running. So that's where we're kind of stuck at on that. So other than that, that's about all I got. If you hear about car break-ins, they're going on. We're not as bad as the city and in Marymount. There's been some guns stolen in Marymount. There was a Porsche stolen in Marymount. Evidently, it's a group going around from the west side that are coming over here and dropping people off. So if you talk to people, tell them to lock their cars and not have anything visible in there. Help us out a whole lot. By locking a car, we could deter a whole lot of this. And that's all I got. Questions, complaints?
I noticed a lot of police presence yesterday from Marymount and Fairfax here in the village. I didn't know if something was going on, or it seemed like every corner had a police officer. I didn't know if anything was going on or not.
There was a report of a kidnapping and a to-be home invasion, which again, we think turned out to be a lie. It went from Fairfax to the city to Loveland to Goshen to, we all changed our stories. So I don't know exactly what happened yet, but as far as we're concerned, nothing actually happened here in Fairfax. It was a Fairfax resident. I won't use a name, but he's well known to us. So we're still in the process of handling that situation. But yeah, it was something to be concerned about at first, but then it turned out to be nothing and didn't happen here. And there's probably more things that are involved that they're not being truthful with us. Let's put it that way.
Well, thank you.
Yep. Anything else? Anybody? I'm out.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chief. On a new business, ordinance number 1, 2021.
This is authorizing the village administrator to execute a third amended and restated community reinvestment area agreement with FCA Realty LLC for a real property tax exemption pursuant to the community reinvestment area previously established by the village and declaring an emergency.
Again, this is what Mrs. Cameron talked about in her report. If anybody has any questions, Alan and Jennifer and myself are here to answer them. So does anybody have any questions on this?
No.
Make a motion to suspend the 3 readings.
Need a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Camerisi,
Aye.
Mr. Ernst, Mr. Kessel,
Aye.
Ms. Lally,
Aye.
Ms. Resnick,
Aye.
and Mr. Riffle.
This time I need a motion to adopt ordinance number 1, 2021.
That's smooth.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Camerisi,
Aye.
Mr. Ernst, Mr. Kessel,
Aye.
Ms. Lally,
Aye.
Ms. Resnick,
Aye.
and Mr. Riffle.
Aye.
Ordinance number 1, 2021 has been adopted. On to ordinance number 2, 2021.
This is authorizing the village administrator to enter into architectural services agreements with Childress and Cunningham, Inc., and declaring an emergency.
And this is what Mrs. Cameron talked about in her report as far as architectural services for the stage and the work that we're gonna have done in the municipal building. Does anybody have any questions on this?
No.
This time I need a motion to suspend the 3 readings.
I so move.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Camerisi,
Aye.
Mr. Ernst, Mr. Kessel,
Aye.
Ms. Lally,
Aye.
Resnick,
Aye.
Mr. Riffle.
Aye.
This time I need a motion to adopt ordinance number 2, 2021.
I'll smooth.
I second.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Camerisi,
Aye.
Mr. Ernst, Mr. Kessel,
Aye.
Ms. Lally,
Aye.
Ms. Resnick,
Aye.
and Mr. Riffle.
Aye.
Ordinance number 2, 2021 has been adopted. On to old business. Is there any old business come before? Hearing none. Any council discussion? Anything that we need to discuss tonight?
Chief, I have a question. We shouldn't be concerned about the inauguration Thursday about anything getting out of hand in our area.
There's no intel that I've read on it. I think it's personally a bunch of hype. So there hasn't been any concerns or things that need to be addressed. There's some rumors flying around with the school and all that. A bunch of stuff where they're not going to show the inauguration on TV and all that. I don't know. I think we're pretty safe here.
Okay.
Any other questions or any other comments?
I have just a clarification. This is from Mr. Avis. So on ordinance 1, the exhibit that's attached, is it okay now that I sign that and scan and email it to you? Because I see that there is an approved form. You'll take it from there and then get it to FCA. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right, I'll send that to you in the morning.
Okay, that's perfect.
Any other questions, comments? Hearing none, we're open for adjournment.
I so move.
Have a
I'll
second?
second.
All in favor?
I'll second. Aye.
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 You're adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank
Good,
you.
everybody.
Aye.